everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Eagles. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Oakland Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's a give to Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
DeMarcus Ware may be a veteran, but he's not just a wily one. He's a terrific producer. Still extremely difficult to block when he's rushing the passer.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Winston keeps it himself. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Winston to throw it this time. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A first down throw for Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. He's going to take a shot, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's a look at the starting offense. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
Bridgewater. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That's complete right around the 8. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
First and goal here from the 2. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. LeSean McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Again, it's Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11 of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case they did it really successfully.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Jameis now on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. Give him 11 on the gain there. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
Pardon me, sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dez Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A give to McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's McCoy. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The lone receiver right is Cooper. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A first down throw for Winston. Rolling to his right. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Eagles are going to have a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And the Eagles are now set up with a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the interception, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing left side. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Miller, the lone setback. Winston, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Halfback sent in motion. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Yeah, the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
On third down, Bridgewater. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And fourth down coming up.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles take possession. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 47 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it. Now that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down, but they broke tendency and in a big way, and they were rewarded with a big run. Now they're set up with 1st and goal. Got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator. He didn't play it safe.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Buying time to his left.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Dancing to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marquise Goodwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Bridgewater will try and throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
What's left? What's left? Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go now. Blue way. 550. Easy.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Watch right.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On for the extra point is Folk. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And out come the Eagles. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
This will be caught at about the 3. And they do stop it, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Red zone opportunity. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Winston on 3rd and 2. That's caught at the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 1st down, Bridgewater. Looking deep now from... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 34 yards. Good enough for an Oakland 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Let's go.
To the air again with Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bridgewater again. Steps away to his left. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up. They still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Ayers in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They're looking to throw this. Winston out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
And got his man complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Miller. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On play action, Winston. And Eifert has it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
3rd and long for Winston. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jameis to throw it. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.